Welcome back to my channel. I am Joy. This is Well with Joy, and I am so happy to be doing this video. I have been talking a lot about intermittent fasting, my lifestyle, how I live it, and I would want to continue to bring you helpful information to help you with your own fasting lifestyle, to incorporate that into your life. And I just want to be your friend as you go through this, someone you can ask questions to, and someone that can just cheer you on as you decide if fasting is right for you. I've been fasting since 2017. Intermittent fasting, that's the lifestyle I live. I fast every day, and it has absolutely changed my life. I have healed many different issues that I had, health issues, through fasting. I've lost weight. I've kept it off. I feel younger and better than I did in my 20s, now in my early 50s, and I just want to tell everyone. And so I want to share with you a couple of resources that I think that are so wonderful, especially if you're starting into or want to look into the intermittent fasting lifestyle. I am committed on this channel, on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, to share the knowledge I have as not an expert. I'm not a medical expert. I'm not a nutritionist. I am someone who lives the intermittent fasting lifestyle. I study about it. I learn about it. And I want to share my knowledge with you because I think that it can absolutely transform your health and ultimately change your life. So to dive in. Now, there are 3 books that I would recommend that you look into getting for your journey into intermittent fasting. There's more, and I will go into more in a later video, but there's 3 on this one that I really want to highlight because I just feel like they have given me a lot of knowledge, a lot of things to think about. And you'll find that when you read these books, they don't always agree on every aspect, but the main thought behind them pretty much lines up. They may have different opinions on certain things, but you'll get the gist of it, and you're always able to find answers to your questions. Either ask me and I can help you, and there's other resources where you can go to find the answers to those questions. I can certainly share with you my own experience and what I've heard. Let's get started. Now, the first book I'm going to talk to you is the book that I would recommend for anybody who is going to start or even thinking about starting an intermittent fasting lifestyle. Because intermittent fasting, even though it seems simple, you eat for a while and then you stop eating and you go without food for a while, you have just a window where you eat. Yeah, that's simple to do. But in our society and the way we've been brought up and how we live our lives, it may not be as easy as that. You have to have support. You have to have knowledge. You have to know what to do. And so, yes, I'm here to help you, and I'm here to support you. But reading these books and getting the knowledge to make it your own can really help you make this transformation into an intermittent fasting lifestyle really become something you can live with, something where you can just claim as your own. So the first book I'm going to mention is called Fast, Feast, Repeat. And this is a book by Jen Stevens. I got it marked up. I've gone through this book many times. I have this in an audiobook, and it says, right, a comprehensive guide to delay, don't deny intermittent fasting. So her whole idea is that you can delay things, delay a food you want, and just don't deny yourself, but delay it for a while and only have it in your eating window. Your eating window is what time of day that you decide that you're going to eat. Intermittent fasting, you can do it in many different ways. One of the most popular is you fast 16 hours and you eat 8 hours. That's probably where most people begin. Some people may not be able to even fast 16 hours and have to work up to that. But this is a perfect book to lead you to begin. She's outlined how to begin the intermittent fasting lifestyle, gives you different protocols to follow, different ways you want to do it, because with fasting, you can make it your own. So you can choose 16-8 and fast the 16 hours and eat the 8 hours, or you can choose, like I've done, is alternate day fasting, where you fast one day, fast the whole day, or you modify it by having 500 calories very quickly that day, and then the next day you eat 8 hours. The next day you would fast again. So that's alternate day fasting. And that works out for some people. It's very highly regarded for a lot of these authors that I'm going to talk about as a way to really break a plateau or really get your metabolism and your weight loss going in the right direction. But she talks about that in this. She gives you studies. There's so many studies in here saying why this works for, why the alternate day might work for you. Some people go into a one meal a day. They eat just one meal a day, not necessarily one plate, but one meal, meaning they have an appetizer, you know, they open their window with a snack, they have a meal, and then they might have something to close their window. And that's one meal a day. Some people are very successful in that. The next thing you might want to do is just fast 16 hours a day and eat hours a day, and just do that every day. That's one of the great things about fasting, is you can try all these different regimens, many that she's lined up and laid out in this book, and decide what works for you, what helps you lose weight, what makes you feel the best, what do you see fitting into your life, because you want it to be something that you're going to live long term. Because the health benefits of fasting are so, I mean, just go to Google and type in benefits of intermittent fasting and you will be astounded how many benefits there are for someone who adds in intermittent fasting in their life. It is for longevity, it is for health, it is for reversal of some inflammatory diseases, insulin resistance. It's just such a powerful tool. It's free and almost anybody can do it. So this is one of my top books. Fast, Feast, Repeat by Jen Stevens. The next book that I want to talk about is called Eat, Fast, Feast. This book is by J.W. Richards, and this is on, he talks about cleaning up your diet, because we all need to clean up our diet. Our food is not healthy. There's so many additives. There's so many things added to our food. You know, even like, you know, you've heard the saying that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Actually, cereal companies started that slogan because they want to sell breakfast. And they want you to think that eating a bowl of cereal with milk and juice is healthy for you. In all reality, it is not. In all reality, breakfast means break fast. It's just when you have your first meal of the day. There's nothing special about having cereal or pancakes or anything in the morning. Actually, it's not good for you to have carbs and sugars and things first thing in the morning. You're just waking up and your body needs time to adjust and time to get ready to eat. But we want to feed our bodies with healthy foods, healthy fats, proteins, vegetables, things that will feed and nurture our body, because we do not live to eat, we eat to live. So that's a little saying that you can remember, that when you go to eat something, it's to help you live, it's to help to nourish your body, it's something that serves you. In this book, he talks about how to start eating correctly. And it's more of a ketogenic, low-carb diet that he begins with and leads you into eating more diverse foods. But that's how he starts and leads you into it, and really leads you week by week into a fast. This book was actually written, his whole idea is that people would pick it up for Lent and start to go through this to learn how to fast and eat properly during Lent. And so it goes hand in hand with that. You can read it any time of year, but as a Lent read, if you're looking for something to really start fasting and bringing your health to a new level, this is a great book. He's a doctor, so he talks about his own story, his own struggle with weight and his tiredness, some different physical issues he had, mental issues, and how his diet and his fasting reversed it, and how he continues to gain and be more healthy today. So this is a great book, especially during Lent. I would highly recommend it. If you're Catholic and you're going to go through Lent and you want something to help you propel you towards a better health, great book. Great book. Now my third book is a book I just finished. And the whole reason I read this book was because somebody else that I follow in the fasting world wrote it. And I follow her. I really enjoy her videos. I think they're very informative, especially in the area of women and fasting. And this is Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Pelz. And she has written this book that explains how a woman should fast along with her cycle. Now, I never thought, when I started fasting back in 2017, I thought, okay, you eat for a while, you don't eat for a while. It was as simple as that. But as women, we know we have hormones that go up and down and all over throughout our cycle, throughout our 28, 30-day cycle. And the fact of the matter is, which she explains in this book, is that we really need to be fasting along with our cycle so that we get the benefits of fasting, because we shouldn't always be doing longer fasts. We shouldn't always be eating a certain way. There's certain ways that you should eat more healthy carbs, and there's certain times where you should cut them back, because depending on the hormone, some hormones love sugar, some hormones don't. Some hormones are great, love it when you fast, and other hormones don't. So This book, she actually has a 30-day reset in here that goes through, starting on the first day of your cycle, how you can build up into an intermittent fasting lifestyle and how you can work with your cycle to get the benefits of health, weight loss, clarity of mind, all these things. I will say about this book, one of the things that I didn't particularly like very much is the recipes in the back. The recipes in the back, although I'm sure they're delicious and they're healthy, they seemed too much for me right now. And I have a family that probably wouldn't enjoy a lot of these recipes because there are a lot of ingredients and things that I don't usually make and use. So that's the only thing, the recipes, and there is a big recipe section. You'd have to pick and choose which recipes you would use. A little of them to me are a little too advanced for my cooking or what my family would like, but it's in there if that's your thing. So that's great to know. But anyway, so that's Fast Like a Girl from Dr. Mindy Pelz. Another great book, especially for your woman struggling with hormones, struggling with PCOS, thyroid issues. This is a great book to introduce fasting to you, walk you through your first 30 days, and explain to you when you should fast, when is the best time to fast longer, when should you cut your fast shorter. Very eye-opening, very good book. So those are the 3 books that I have that I would say would be a great investment if you were just starting intermittent fasting. And the one, Fast Like a Girl, just because it's about hormones doesn't mean it's for just older women. It talks, in this book, she says girls who begin their cycle at 13 should be aware of these facts that she's sharing here, these tips that she's sharing here, because it will help them as they go through their cycles throughout their years to make sure that when you are eating or when you're fasting, you're supporting the hormones that you want to support and you're not inhibiting hormones when you shouldn't be inhibiting them. So it's it's such a great book. It really is. So those 3 books, if you're a woman, Fast Like a Girl, and the Eat Fast Feast, perfect for Lent. Like I said, he walks through, that's what he first created it for, is he thought he would love people to use this as their Lenten read to really learn how to eat and fast. And then Fast, Feast, Repeat, always one of my top picks, because Jen Stevens was the first one that I read. I read one of her main books, but she is one that really introduced me to intermittent fasting, and it's just an all-in-one good guide to help you begin, help you start, and then help you find your groove, your own particular schedule. Those are the books that I have. And as you go through, you're going to realize that you can make this journey, this intermittent fasting journey, your own. You can find what helps you, what inspires you, what helps you along. I mean, I've been fasting since 2017. And just recently, last year in 2022, I was sort of getting burnt out with fasting. I was sort of just losing my groove, not understanding some of the issues that I was having, more so like I felt like I couldn't fast as long as I wanted to. Different things like that. I felt like I needed a nap again, and I had stopped needing naps when I was fasting, and I just felt like I was in a little bit of a lull. That is when I found a couple of tools that really helped me to live my intermittent fasting lifestyle from day to day, to have the energy, to have the support I need each day, each morning. And that is ketones. Ketones are something that I just found, and I mix them up in the morning as part of my routine for my intermittent fasting. But that is just an example how your intermittent fasting journey will evolve. It will change. You may need new things in, you may take other things out, whatever it is, but you can make it your own. And that's the empowering thing about intermittent fasting, and how you know you can do it, because it works, it's free, it's easy to do, and it's customizable. You can do it, anybody can do it. It's just that simple. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave links below to these books, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.